Today's video will be one of the most requested ones because you all have been asking for it for quite some time. Unfortunately, making a video on this topic became impossible for me because whichever operating system I tried Free Fire on, I encountered the auto back issue with Free Fire. However, I didn't lose hope and managed to find an operating system on which Free Fire was working. So, in today's video, we're going to install Abstergo OS and then test the performance of Free Fire live to see if it runs smoothly on 2 GB of RAM or not. Now, what sounds easy to hear will actually be quite difficult, so make sure to watch the video till the end. Let's start the video.
Let's roll.
Firstly, let me show you the specs of my PC, so that later you won't say that the video is fake or that I've clickbaited you. Here you go. My PC has only 2 GB of RAM and a 2.40 GHz processor. As for the graphics card, my PC has a basic 64 MB adapter installed. So, take a look at the specs, and now let's move on to the installation process. You need to download all the files you're currently viewing. First, we will install Disk Genius and Grub to Win. Simply extract the zip file. After extraction, you will see a folder where you need to launch the setup. Then, choose the directory for Disk Genius, accept their license agreement, and click on Install. After the installation is complete, you need to navigate back to the same folder and copy the files according to your PC architecture. Then, paste them into Disk Genius and replace the files. Now that Disk Genius is installed, we will proceed to install Grub to Win. Installing Grub to Win is also quite simple. First, you need to connect your PC to the internet and then extract the zip file. After the extraction is complete, you need to launch the setup. Then, click on the button to initiate the download. During the download, make sure not to click on this part of the screen, otherwise, the download will fail. Once the installation of Grub to Win is complete, our main task is to extract this zip file. So let's proceed with that. After extracting the zip file, you will see two files. One will be an ISO, and the other will be a folder, which you need to delete. Now, you need to extract this ISO. While the ISO is being extracted, let's finish our work with Disk Genius. Simply launch Disk Genius and select a partition, making sure that the selected partition is completely empty. Now, right-click on it and choose the Format option. While formatting, select ext4 and type Abstergo OS 2.0 in the volume label. If you missed the installation step of Disk Genius, you won't find the option for ext4 here, and many of my subscribers have been complaining about this in the comment section. Now that our drive has been formatted, double-click on it to enter. After entering the drive, you need to create a new folder here and name it Abstergo M. You must use this exact name, otherwise, you may encounter an error during boot. So here, our ISO has also been extracted, and now you need to copy these files. You just need to copy these 6 files and not touch any other file. Otherwise, you may encounter an error. I would recommend you to pause the video here and take a screenshot once to avoid any potential issues. After copying these files, you need to paste them into Disk Genius. Since the files are large, it may take some time for them to copy.
1 hour later.
Once this process is complete, you need to launch Grub to Win. After launching it, click on Manage Boot menu and choose the Add New Entry option. In the Title section, type Abstergo OS 2.0 and select Submenu in the Type section. After clicking on that button, you need to copy the Grub code provided to you for the OS. Then, paste it here. After pasting, save the file. Now, tick it and click on Apply. So, friends, the installation process of the operating system is complete, and now we will restart the PC. Immediately after restarting, you will see the Grub menu, from which you need to select Abstergo OS and press Enter. As soon as you press Enter, the loading process of our OS will start, and it will take some time to complete. As you can see, Abstergo OS has been successfully installed and is running quite smoothly compared to other OS. First, let's configure some important settings before installing Free Fire. To do this, you need to click on the Start menu and then navigate to Settings. Here, you will find the mouse and trackpad option. Click on it. Here, you can adjust the sensitivity of your mouse pointer according to your preference. After this, go back, and here you will also find the key mapping option. Enable it accordingly. Talking about the Android version, this OS provides Android 7, which is fully compatible with any low-end PC. Now, let's discuss Free Fire installation. If you try to download Free Fire from the Play Store, it will crash at the start or repeatedly auto-back. So today, we will manually install Free Fire. For installation, you need to go back to your Windows drive where you downloaded all the files like Disk Genius, Grub, and others. These files are located in Drive C, so I will navigate to Drive C. Firstly, you need to install Rare Extractor. Then proceed to install Free Fire. After installing Free Fire, you need to copy this file from here and paste it into the download folder. After doing this, you need to launch Free Fire immediately. After a few seconds, you will encounter an error, and as soon as this error appears, you need to close Free Fire. Now, you need to open Zarchiver and navigate to the download folder. From here, you need to copy this file and paste it exactly where the location shown on the screen. So friends, Free Fire has been successfully installed, and now let's see if it's working or not. When you open it for the first time, you will encounter a black screen, which lasts for about 5 to 6 minutes and then disappears on its own. Here, some required files for Free Fire are being downloaded, so let's wait for it to complete. After the files finish downloading, you will be directed to the login screen where you can log in via Google or Facebook, but for now, I'll use the guest account. Immediately after logging in, you'll enter the lobby where you'll notice there is no lag in the lobby as well. Let's see if there's any lag during gameplay. So, as you can see, the game is lagging quite a bit, only getting around 10 to 12 FPS. It took me almost 10 minutes just to enter the game. If I compare this performance with an emulator, even with 2 GB RAM, the emulator performs 10 times better. This benchmark concludes, if you have 4 to 6 GB RAM, you can play without lag. Otherwise, if you have 2 GB RAM, then emulator is the better option for you. I also tried some other games besides Free Fire, and they were working perfectly fine. So, guys, the video turned out to be quite lengthy, although I don't usually make such long videos, but I had to make it based on your overwhelming demand. If you encounter any errors or have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments section or on Instagram. The link is in the description. Also, if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to hit the like button, and if you're interested in computer-related content, consider subscribing to the channel. And if you're not willing to take the risk of installing this operating system and are looking for some low-end emulators, check out the playlist on the right. In this playlist, I've covered more than 30 emulators.